looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Sit.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to 45. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
3rd and 3. Murray now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, again to Mitchell. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Yes, the receivers don't spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your own line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Murray. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time. It's going to lead to third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Mitchell going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The 5-yard line. Once more with Mitchell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Green. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Touchdown, Minnesota. Terry McLaurin from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At their own 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss. And they're going there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Throwing now is Murray. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Well, they'll let McLaurin try and run. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's okay.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Murray going to fire one out wide. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All mounted up at 7. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Felton from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Chargers 7. Will Reichard to kick off for the
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. They definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Open man is the rookie from Auburn. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now Herbert with it looking to pass. And Waller taking it in over the middle. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Herbert back to the air. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another.
Out of the gun, Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And it's caught. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Murray going to throw. Pass complete to Addison. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Murray. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
38-yard line.
Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Herbert. He's got it complete to Thompson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 4 yards remain on 2nd down, ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Chargers 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Vikings! Terry McLaurin, 65 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 28, Chargers 14. Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And then, folks, this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now finds Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. They could not pull it in. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ladies, route. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Set.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
We just played that one.
And, you know, every now and then I actually listen to his
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense, these types of things are happening to you. What goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
To throw is Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to break out a run tackle and then quickly brought down. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Now Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing again, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him running, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead. Usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true, because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Will Reichard on for the Vikings field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Acting like a robot. It's metal brain corrode.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fool them with the inside run.
A very solid gain of 27.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set. Set.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Set. Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go, first and goal.
Set.
To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Whistles now in a timeout. Defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Chargers, Collier.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
The Chargers take over first
Then we
and
can't
10
hear it no more.
at
Stand
their
up to the
own
man, can't feel it no
35-yard
more.
line.
Celebrating, don't feel it no more. You were jumping a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding the wave, but now you're chilling on shore. What's it used to being rich when your inside's poor? This, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you want to see sore. Life just slows you down. Your body gets like
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. 380. Set.
Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd down.
380.
Now Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good toss by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Not even a little bit. Oh, Lord. Know yourself. Know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. I ain't sold. Still sold down the earth.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really... He's got a man! Complete! The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to throw it, Murray. Open man, that's Felton. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
The Vikings first down.
Back to throw, Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Now Murray. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
The Chargers take over
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone. Quarterbacks look all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Murray to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. Murray fighting, lost the football, and picked up by the Chargers. Down the right sideline.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Set.
Herbert going to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. That is man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Herbert. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly the fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Hey, Ram.
Herbert to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security. Taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen. Because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch. But they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.